Don't scroll. I'm going to show you a video right now of Detective Suzanne Ellis Clouchete, a 30-year detective investigator for the Child Sex Crimes Division and Child Abuse Division of Osceola County, on video after she came out of the forensic interview with my children and witnessed it, and had promised me also that there would be body camera rolling there with the sheriff, as you saw, which didn't happen. I don't know who ordered it. I don't know if it was her or somebody else for him to turn his body camera off. He turned his body camera off. But there's video recording equipment from the Child Protection Team, CPT, that works for the state of Florida, and there are videos of it that have been covered up by corrupt Judge Holly N Derenthal. Ordered twice, then covered up, then she allowed perjury of Cheyenne Summers Gilbert on the stand, took my children away I haven't seen in a month, that have been abused, had been sexually and physically abused, and are continuing to be sexually and physically abused to this day, and it's being covered up. Watch what the detective says that my son says to Cheyenne Summers Gilbert, the forensic interviewer that's making the video and asking the questions. Mommy's twerking naked, making videos in front of the children. And she says she can't arrest her for that. Watch this.
He said that mom did shake her butt when she was naked. He said that she was making a video, and when they said, I say they, it was Shaylin. It was one woman in the room that's doing the video recording. I mean the interview, and she said that. Well, he commented that he. She said, "How did you know that it was that she was making a TikTok video?" Mm-hmm. And he ends up saying, "Well, because I've played with my mom's phone before, and she has TikTok. So I think she was making a video for TikTok."
Mm-hmm.
So, yeah, but you know as well as I do, nudity is not allowed on TikTok. It's something else she's doing. And just to give you a little background, well, first of all, did you get a chance to read those emails and the motions?
I've been on a call out since midnight, so.
Right. If you read through the court motions, which has evidence, that's why. I know civil matters are not relevant to criminal matters, but it is because there's criminal evidence in there. This has been going back. I've been filing in the courts for a year now.
Are you used to me? No, you're good.
What's the criminal evidence?
So
It's stuff that's already been reported.
Yeah, so no, to the courts. She was twerking on TikTok in thongs. We even played it in the courtroom with 5 guys, like on a Zoom call, which it wasn't a crime at the time. But now she's doing it completely naked. That's where he's calling it a TikTok video, because before it was TikTok videos. Now she's doing something else, because nudity is not allowed on TikTok, and he's calling them TikTok videos.
Yeah, but here's our problem. Mm-hmm. Criminally, I can't criminally charge her for standing naked in front of her son, shaking her butt.
Making porn videos in front of her.
No. It's not making a porn video. I would have to be able to prove that in order for me to be able to charge something, she would have to be touching herself in some way. Did they ask you about the stuff with mommy? You said something about, did they ask you? And he says no. And he said, they didn't even ask you?
Yeah, that's what he said.
With mommy?
Yeah,
but I watched the body cam video, and they did ask.
Yeah, Waldemar was there. He confirmed that they did.
But here's the problem.
He's 5 years old.
And I get it that he's 5, but therefore you keep making all these videos, so it looks like he can't tell the difference.
So what should I do from here forward? Because this has been going on for a year.
I would keep him in counseling. I would, keep meeting, and you guys both of you can check their kids' bodies every time you get there to see each other.
Well, I have your email now, and I'm going to stay in contact with you, and that's why I'd really appreciate it if you could take the time to read the motions and see the history on this case, because, and that's not all the court motions. I just gave you, I gave you literally 5% of this court docket.
With 150 pages, yeah.
Well, that's one of the motions, which tells most of the story. But there's like, I don't know, 4 or 5 other small motions in there with allegations, with evidence and pictures, and it tells the story of where we're at today. So when I go pick him up next week or the week after, and he tells me something else, and you're telling me not to go to the child counselor and get a video and uncover it, it looks like coaching, right?
Take him to counseling for sure.
No, I'm saying
but don't sit there and question him repeatedly. And, if he says something to the counselor, they're a mandated reporter. They need to call. I would even let him have his own sessions. Like, he sounded so frustrated to just keep being talked to about this.
He's terrified of mom. Mom has told him he's going to be in big trouble.
Well, when they asked even, are you afraid of anybody? Well, he said, yes, he's afraid of mom. And they said, and they said, well, why? And he said, well, like monsters, or what was it, scary movies? He said, like, monsters or nightmares. That's what he said. Like a monster or a nightmare.
I can